Hey, welcome everybody back to the Dr. Quack podcast. And I want to welcome everybody officially to World War III. That's right, folks. We've all been watching the news here the last few days. This is going to be one hell of a war. And let me explain something here. This is not just, like your regular Operation Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom. This it lasted 10 plus years. I don't see that happening here. First, I just want to make a good toast to the president here, Donald Trump. Thank you for taking out Syria over there. Thank you for getting retaliation and showing people that you don't cross lines. I mean, Mr. Assad over there decided to cross that line using chemical warfare. And Donald Trump warned him, and he still crossed that line. And he got retaliation. He got 59 Tomahawk missiles. Let me get that correct. 59 Tomahawk missiles. It took out a good bit of that area. That was the warning shot, the first warning shot. The bigger picture now, of course, is most people I've seen today. The mother of all bombs, MOAB. 21,000 pounds. Cost $16 million per bomb. But you know what? As you've seen there in the explosion in Afghanistan, on ISIS, because we're America and that's our enemy. That explosion was pretty damaging right there. It was a good, probably mile radius of there. Everything that was within that range of that bomb was vaporized. I mean, that was pretty much the second warning shot, and not over to Syria. Syria, you were just a pawn in this, the way I see it. You were the reason why we had to do this, because reality, this is all going towards North Korea, Kim Jong-un. I just saw a report right now, a couple minutes before I even did this, that they're threatening to nuke us in the United States if they don't allow them to test their chemical warfare, their nuclear weapons. Do you think us as Americans are going to allow that to happen? We're just going to sit there and let you do that. I mean, we have Navy ships over there in North Korea right now. We have, a lot of Chinese soldiers over there on the border. And, of course, a lot of our guys in the area as well, outside of all that. We're not going to allow this to happen. We're Americans here. That's the theme right here. We're Americans. We got to stand up for what we want. This isn't 2008. This isn't where, we had Hillary Clinton and we had Barack Obama, just letting things slide by the wayside. We weren't allowing that to happen. Don't get me wrong. Barack Obama was not a horrible president. He did make a lot of mistakes, but so did every other president. He had his pluses as well. But my main focus is on this war here, because I'm telling you, this war here, if all things go down, you talk about the three major people involved. And I'm talking about Donald Trump, I'm talking about Vladimir Putin, and I'm talking about Kim Jong-un. All three of them, are, put it plain and simple, they're all pretty nuts. I mean, you got, Kim Jong-un, he's been known to do crazy shit and make threats, and he may live up to those. Vladimir Putin, he is a guy that does not take anything lightly. He will come at you. I mean, the guy's tough as nails. And then you got Donald Trump, he's got generals on his side. Mad Dog Mathis. I mean, Mad Dog Mathis there is an intelligent general. Anybody that was in the military will tell you this. He's a really smart man. He's got other generals on his staff there. And if you don't think any one of them are war hungry, you ain't living in the right side of the country here, because believe me, they are. these guys, this is going to go down. I can already feel this. And I've had people ask me today, just out of random questions, do you think there will be a draft? All honesty, my opinion here, and this is what all this is my opinion, okay? I don't think there will be a draft. I think that IRR, if you're an inactive ready reserve, which basically means if you did under 8 years and got out of the military, and say you got out at 4, you had 4 years remaining on IR. If you're in that category, it may be possible you might get called back. Retirees, it may be possible you might get called back. But as far as the draft goes, I don't see that, 9/11, when 9/11 happened, you had a lot of guys that volunteered for enlistment, because they attacked our country and they wanted revenge and they wanted to serve our country, to protect it, and I can see a lot of that happening right now. I'm sure recruiters are probably pretty happy right now that people are going to join the military. But I don't see a draft happening. It would shock me. I did my 8 years in and out. I did 6 years total, and I did my remaining time on the IRR. So technically they can't call me back, but I would tell you in some respects, I almost feel like I would go volunteer myself. Because this is America. This is what we defend, the land of the free, the home of the brave. That's really what it's about here. Protecting our freedoms, people in America take advantage of these freedoms. If Americans knew what it was like to live in a third world country, I don't think they would bitch as much. When you have to dig a hole to take a shit in it, yeah. When you have no plumbing, when you're starving to death, when it's basically you that's got to take care of you, and there's not a lot of ways to do it in some respects. Third world countries are not the easiest. I've survived it. A lot of guys did. But, in all reality, this war is going to be hell. I don't know how long it'll last. I don't think it'll be a 10-year war like Saddam Hussein over there and Osama bin Laden and all them. I don't feel that. I really feel more on the lines of, this is going to get heavy and it's going to get fast. Could they drop a nuke on us? Yeah. We got nukes to counter? Yeah. A lot of things like that could really happen. This is, something that could really happen to all of us. So I hope that everybody's prepared, prepared to take care of their families, prepared to take care of everything they need to. Because this is not going to be one of those times where you could just walk away smiling and thinking that nothing can happen, because it could very well. I just wanted to talk about this today. I want to thank you all for tuning in. This is my Dr. Quack podcast. If you can, give me some criticism, give me some love. Subscribe, definitely. I'll have some more videos here later on. I got a guest coming up next week that I definitely want you all to meet. But till then, have a good night. Love you guys.